You know the problem with measuring by anecdote. If somebody tells you that they're happy and they tell you a very positive story, I, as a pastor, would feel like $1 million. But then somebody coming along complaining about something and saying, this isn't right, and a lot of people agree with me, well, how do I know they aren't right and that I'm on the wrong track? So that I always, as a pastor, I found very confusing. Once we started measuring, and it's the parishioners who do the measuring, they're the ones who are responding to the survey that Gallup developed. Once we start asking them for their opinion about a set of dynamics that Gallup has found to be valid across the whole country for all denominations, and that has effectiveness even in organizations like business or government or healthcare or education, we realize that we're situated in a very big, broad context here. And this way, when a person, I actually had an incident where a person said, I don't like all this Gallup stuff, and a lot of people agree with me. And I was able to tell her exactly what percentage of those coming to Mass would agree with her, and how many strongly agreed with the direction the parish was going in. And that was very charitably and peacefully the end of the conversation. And that person, based on this empirical knowing, has come around tremendously and started to participate much more in talent awareness and talent use in our parish.
So where have the numbers gone in terms of the engagement survey?
Well, when we started, our first engagement score was that 32% of the congregation was what Gallup calls engaged, meaning that they were the folks putting the bricks up for the building of our parish spirit. Gallup also identifies that there are not engaged members. They're not negative, they're just goofing off on the job, you might say, watching everybody else work. And then there are the actively disengaged members who are busy, but they're busy knocking the bricks down and taking them home to build a barbecue in their backyard and the heck with everybody else. So our initial score was 32% engaged and 17% actively disengaged. Now, the national numbers, which is really what we measure ourselves against, not against other parishes, but against the national averages. The national average for all churches in the United States was and is 29% engaged. So we started above the national average, which gave us a tremendous boost. I would not have dreamed, even though things were really pretty good here, I would not have dreamed that we were above the national average. So everybody had a really positive jolt from this, like, hey, look at this, we really are on the right track. And of course, the Gallup scores are not just on overall engagement, but there are 12 items, behaviors and attitudes, that Gallup knows measure engagement across all organizations. We get a score on every single one of those. So we know precisely, shall we say, where to put the scalpel if we're going to cut something out, or where to plant the seed if we're going to grow something new. Having this kind of precise knowledge for our pastoral planning is just tremendous. Now, we've been doing this for, I guess we've done 7 administrations of the member engagement survey. Currently, we just hit 53% engaged and only 13% actively disengaged. So engagement has gone up, active disengagement has gone down, and of course the group in the middle is getting smaller because they're moving in one direction or another. And we found that that's really the way to go. The other churches and ourselves who were involved in this in the beginning, we all said to the Gallup folks, what do we do about these people who give us low scores on this? And they said, forget about them. Put your energy on the people who are most engaged, the people who strongly agree to these items. And the bigger that group gets, the more the people in the parish want to be part of that. And that's exactly what has happened here.